Wednesday, May 25th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Had a big severe weather outbreak yesterday in the plains, spreading into the Ozarks. And today, the big threat is in the Mississippi Valley. Also yesterday, had a pretty good amount of severe weather in the northern sections of North Carolina into southern Virginia. I'll show you that map in just a second. Also, a lot of heat in the areas yesterday here in our region that did not see storms. You had some very impressive high temperatures. Places like Fayetteville and Lumberton hitting 98 degrees yesterday afternoon. Wilmington, there the coast, 97. The Outer Banks, Manteo hit 92. Very impressive in terms of the levels of heat. Now let's talk about the severe weather. Notice a pretty good clustering of reports from eastern Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky, and then across the northern and northwestern sections of North Carolina and southern Virginia. And then you had the big severe weather and tornado outbreak back into parts of the Plains states. The reports coming in from parts of western Arkansas early this morning are not good from an overnight tornado there. This is what the radar looks like this morning, kind of a lingering band of a few showers and embedded thunderstorms in southern Virginia down to around Elizabeth City. And overall, in the area that had so much thunderstorm activity yesterday, I think much less in the way of storms today. Most sections in our region probably dry overall, but there's that big storm system gearing up again. Kind of a lull in the activity in this area right now, but that'll be the area that really sees an explosion of thunderstorms coming up this afternoon. Lots of upper level energy still involved. You're getting that upper level energy mixing with this very warm and unstable air. Temperatures right now 75 or greater in places like Memphis, Little Rock, Greenville, and Shreveport. That'll fuel the thunderstorms coming up later today. Here's that day one convective outlook, a big moderate risk, including cities such as St. Louis and Memphis, up to around Indianapolis. There's the tornado probabilities, a big hatched area, that hatched area indicating the possibility of strong or maybe violent tornadoes. There's the wind probability, a big 30% area from the eastern Great Lakes down into northern Louisiana, and there's your hail probabilities. Pretty high again today as well. This is one of the indices I really like to look at in severe weather events. This is the Craven Significant Severe Weather Parameter. It's a combination of several of the severe weather indices we like to look at, and you're looking at again today the kind of pegging the top of the scale there from eastern, I'd say southeastern Missouri there into much of Arkansas and northeastern Texas, and that's valid this afternoon. So it looks like another pretty big severe weather day today. Now tomorrow the system gradually shifts eastward. There's your day two convective outlook, a slight risk from the eastern Great Lakes down to Alabama. And there's your probabilities for day two. Still a pretty potent system today. That's the upper level chart this afternoon off the European. But notice 24 hours later the system weakening as it pulls into our area. And this is what it looks like by the time Friday arrives, a much weaker system overall. And then a couple panels from next week. Look at this. This is Sunday afternoon on the European. Big ridge cranking, and then look at what happens as we get deeper into next week. This is Tuesday, a big 594 decameter ridge centered over the Ohio Valley. That is hot stuff. Here you go today. This afternoon, the thunderstorms will erupt over Missouri, Arkansas, maybe down into northern Louisiana. From our region, a few isolated storms will likely develop, but I think they'll be pretty few and far between today. High temperatures up into the low to mid-90s, and the sand hills could be mid to upper 90s again. There you go. Tomorrow, by late today, we could see some storms encroaching on the region from the west. Certainly the mountains and the upstate have the chance of that by very late in the day, maybe parts of the North Carolina Piedmont. I still think overall, though, it's Friday there that has the best chance of and the best coverage of showers and thunderstorms out there. The Canadian, also in agreement, that's Friday afternoon's precip on the Canadian. This is tomorrow afternoon on the European, and then there is Friday right there. So again, Friday still looks like the day with the best coverage of thunderstorms. Now, Memorial Day weekend coming up. I'm going to leave in the chance of a few storms Saturday, but not a washout by any means. And then I think we're probably going to be able to have a mostly dry Sunday and Monday. This is Memorial Day itself there. I'm going to see if I missed a panel there. All right, that's Sunday, and then that is Memorial Day. So maybe a few storms around, but I think overall, once you get outside of the mountains, it should be mainly dry those days. And the heat begins to crank. Maybe a late day storm, really possible on any day next week. But the bigger story probably as next week unfolds is going to be the building levels of heat and humidity. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great Wednesday, and God bless.